Zigaretten die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
What is up, my beautiful mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video I'm just going to be talking about 3 cozy comfort scents. So starting things off, we do have Paco Rabanne's Black XS. This is the original and one of the best scents of all time. I've had this bottle since like 2012 and it is still absolutely potent. Having said that though, I don't wear this anymore just because it costs over $200 a bottle. And yeah, I've still got half of it left, but I don't want to waste it. I'm only going to pull it out on special occasions. So that is why I'm recommending the reformulation of Black XS. Awesome packaging and presentation. I really enjoy what they've done with the presentation here. I cannot fault that. So here's the box, and it's got sort of like a fake velvet material. And here's the bottle. It still has that strawberry forward, masculine patchouli note, sweet, quite sweet, I will admit, for a men's scent. But yeah, there's this woodiness, there's this candied caramel strawberry sort of vibe. It smells incredible, and the performance for this one is still like 8 hours. Like, it's still a good scent. It just doesn't hold a candle to the absolute beast mode original. The very first video on my channel, it was either Davidoff hot water, or it was letting the audience know that the reformulation is just nowhere near as good as the original, and that still is true today. This is nowhere near as good as the original, but for like $70 Australian, Chemist Warehouse actually has this like as low as $50 Australian sometimes. So at that price, I'm gonna have to recommend it. It's pretty damn good still, and there's just not a lot of fragrances on the market like this anymore. Like, this is peak, you know, 2005, you know, dad's wearing Ed Hardy shirt, that sort of shit. So yeah, I still really like this one, but again, doesn't hold a candle to the original. Next up is another like sweet men's fragrance, and that is Yop Hom Wild. This one is sweet, boozy, and a little woody as well. Always been a fan of this presentation. It's got that sort of like cringe country western vibe to it. Does have a little taste of that original Yop Hom DNA, but yeah, it actually reminds me of like one of my best friends. He used to wear this back like, I don't know, would have been like 2012 or something. I remember him buying a bottle of it. You know, I always thought it just smelled fantastic. He actually kept it in his Mitsubishi. And I'm just gonna spray it. Yeah, boozy, sweet, very sweet. Similar to Black XS in terms of sweetness. In fact, this may be even sweeter. Yeah, boozy, rum, maybe a little bit of whiskey in there. Woods, like an almost darker sort of wood vibe. But still, yeah, quite masculine, quite sweet. Although if a chick wore this, you know, you wouldn't begrudge them that. Like, it does smell quite feminine for a masculine fragrance. Yeah, performance for this one is pretty solid as well. It's like an 8-hour scent, 8 to 12 hours, depending on your skin chemistry. And at like $45 Australian, you can afford to buy a bottle or two and just spray on as many sprays as you would like. But, you know, it is quite strong, so maybe go a little easy on the sprays. And last but not least, I've got to recommend, you know, a really comforting tobacco-based scent. I was originally going to include 3 tobacco scents here. And one of them was going to be Spice Bomb Extreme. Having said that though, for the price, you know, you're better off just spending $40 Australian on Burberry London. It's like one of the nicest smelling fragrances you'll ever smell. It's a little grandpa-ish, you know, with the pipe tobacco note, but it is just incredible. I remember I had a 40 ml bottle of this, like one of the smaller bottles of this, and I ended up giving it to my father and he really enjoyed it. Yeah, you've got that, you know, comfortable, comforting grandpa in like a nice knitted sweater vibe here. Pipe tobacco, woods, a touch of sweetness. It's very nice, very masculine. It's got like a classic quality to it. So yeah, it's an easy recommendation for this cold, miserable, shitty Victorian weather. Something like this is not going to go astray on a cold day like today. For the price, pretty solid as well. Performance is only about 6 hours, so not the best. But I mean, when a fragrance smells really good, you can can sort of give it a slight pass if it passes the smell test, and Burberry London absolutely does. I wish they would release a parfum or an Eau de Parfum, something that just ramped up the performance a little bit, because it would be really good. Anyways, those are just 3 cozy, comforting scents that I'm going to recommend today. If you've ever worn any of them before, let me know in the comments below, and until the next video, my name is Aussie Master, and I'll catch you guys around.